Hello everyone. Today in this video, I'm going to give a short demo of my first app created, which is BlogCreatorWebapp. Happily and proudly, I present demo of my app, both at the backend and the front-end development. This app would help the user to create, update, and publish their blog post easily. The user can also comment and like or dislike their posts or others' posts. So let's begin. This app has been developed using Django REST framework, Python, and IDE of PyCharm. So before we could start the details of the project, this is to notify that this is simply a short demo of the project, not the detailed overview of the project. So it will be just a small overview of the projects, and the detail of the processes or the step, if required, will be available in another video. So before we go into the detailing of the project or the steps of the project, wants to give an overview of the architecture or the design of the project. Since it's a block creator web application, we have a server side, we have a client or the user side as well. So the server side consists of the front end and the back end development. The back end development make users of Python or Django to interact with the database. Database in our case is SQLite. The front end development uses HTML, CSS, etc. to interact with the client side. So this is the basic architecture or the design of the project. Now, before we start any project, we should have a working directory. So in this case, the working directory is blogging. I have created a folder called blogging, which is my working folder. So I go in. So we need to ensure that we have PyCharm installed in our system along with Python. So these are the prerequisites. So the PyCharm tool somewhat looks like this, where you have the main window where you have the code, and on the left hand side you can see the tree structure or the file structure, and below you can see the terminal where you can give your commands for the running processes. So like I mentioned that we have the PyCharm and the Python installed in that system. Now the next step was to create a project directory. Before creating the project directory inside our working directory, we should ensure that the Django is installed in our system. So for installing Django, we can make use of this command called pip install Django. We can use any version of latest version of the pip installer like pip3, etc. I have used pip installer to install my tools, my features for the project. So using pip install Django, we can install Django in our system. Once it is done, we need to create a project folder inside our working folder. To create the project folder, we can make use of this command, Django admin start project blog. So this will help creating project folder inside our working folder or the project folder. So we need to ensure that we have the correct working directory in our terminal. So before we can create the project folder, we should have the working directory as such. You can see this is our current working directory. Okay, so now we have to make use of this command to create the project directory inside the working directory blogging. Once we do that, we will get a folder named blog inside our working folder blogging. Now this is our project folder. This is our project folder. Blog is our project folder. So once we do that, we can just check that everything is working fine or not. So we can do a migrate. We can make use of this command python manage.py migrate. Now python manage.py can be seen as a CPU of a system. Through this is kind of a controller which will send, transmit, receive information, send information to database and to your front end, to your client side. So this is a kind of controller. So now making use of this command python manage.py migrate, we are able to migrate all the data created till now to the database, that is SQLite in our case. So once we do that, we can run the server. So once we make sure you have the project directory in the terminal, and once you click on this, you will see, yeah, okay, fine. So now you click on this, you will see this is installed. Everything is installed properly. You will get a success page. The install worked successfully. Congratulations. Once we have done that, our next step is to create an app. So for creating the app, we can make use of this command manage python manage.py stat app easy blogging. Once you hit enter, you will receive or see that folder called easy blogging, which is the name of my app, being created inside the project folder blog. So now this folder, this app will consist of these many files, which we be using in our coding. So once we have done that, now the next important step is to create the model. Now the model will consist of all the data which we need from the user, and that will be stored in our database. So the model.py page somewhat looks like this. Somewhat look like this. So we have imported whatever requirements are. Okay, so before we get into the models, first it's a few important information I want like to pass on. So few important installations we have to do, like pip install pillow, pip install so pip install pillow, pip install Django tiny MSC. So pip install pillow, what it does is it's a image library. So while handling or serving a static files, to handle the images, you need this library installed. This is a very important library which you need to install, without which you cannot see the images or you cannot load the images onto your web page. Followed by installing Django Tiny MSC. It's a kind of rich text editor which gives kind of a platform like MS Word. All the functionality, all the features, all the flexibility we get from MS Word, we can get it from Django Tiny MSC. So once we installed this, then now we will quickly move. So first we have to install pip install pillow. That's what we need to do. Once that is done, we can install Django Tiny MSC. So once that is done, Then we need to move to the model. So my model p.py somewhat look like this. I have imported all the requisite models or the features from Django to help me create the models successfully. The very first model which I have created is a block model. It will get all the information on all the field variables from the user and store it in database SQLite. So it consists of title, which is nothing but the title of your post or the blog you created, the content, the description of the blog, slug as a unique identifier for your blog, image, likes, created at what time it has been created. It's a date time field. Then the publish, it gives an flexibility to the user whether they want to publish their post or not. So if they don't check in this publish, it will be posted as intra. That means it is understandable that it's not yet published, it's not yet complete. Whenever the user feels that it is complete or it is worth or publishing it to the world, they can make use of the publish boolean field and publish it. So at what time it has been published, it will get captured or it will get stored in the field variable called publish, which is again a date time field. Of course, the author name should be there. So author field is there. Then the categories, under which category your blog model, your blog post is created. So that category will be stored inside this field. Now these are few functions which will these are the self functions which is needed so that we can it will send back the details of your model. Then we have a model called comment, which will help the user to comment on a particular post, and any other logged in user can also reply to the very same comment. Then we have a model called category, which I mentioned, under which category your post false will be stored in this field, and it has only one attribute called name. Now the user has the flexibility to use the inbuilt categories of the web app, or they can even create their own categories. And then the next one is feedback. We have given an platform where the web app can be rated, not exactly, yeah, rated, and at the same time the feedback can be received from any of the registered users. So this helps us to improvise and upgrade on our app regularly. So it is a very important form which the registered users are welcome to fill in and give us their valuable feedback. So now let me go back to the architecture. As I was mentioning, the server interacts with the client with the help of front-end development, which make uses of the HTML and CSS. So we understand that the HTMLs are very important, and we have created all the relevant HTMLs and we have stored in a folder called templates. So we have one login HTML, we have home HTML, we have base HTML, we have a create post HTML, we have a blog detail HTML, we have register HTML, we have also password reset, whatever is required to reset a password, those HTMLs we have also created. We have a about as well as a feedback HTML. Now when you open this app and you click on any of the tab or the functionality, for example, you have a login button or you have a login tab. When you click on it, so now this login will have a specific URL, and that specific URL you will get inside the urls.py under your easy blogging app folder. So I was talking about the login tab. Now you see the login tab has a URL here. It's the path is mentioned here. So now once the login tab is clicked on, it makes uses of this path, and this path consists of your function. If a function is defined for this particular functionality, that is login, then it will get directed to that function which comes under views.py, which is again under the easy blogging app folder. Now, once we saw that in the URL, we have the function name as user login. So it will get directed to the views.py and it will look for that particular function defined in the URL. Now this is the function user under login is being defined in the URL of login. So it comes here, it performs the requisite functions as defined here, and it also gets redirected or directed to the HTML page. If any of the HTML page is rendered in a particular function, the next thing is it will get rendered to the particular HTML. Here it is the login HTML. Now it comes to the login HTML. Whatever is being defined here, the design of that particular login page is here in this HTML. So accordingly, the login page will be viewed on the web app. So this is the flow. From URL, it goes to the views.py function. From function, it goes to the corresponding HTML page. Now, once that is done, we will come back to static files. So static files are very important, and which consist of images, fonts, and everything. This has to be very carefully handled so that we get all the static files loaded in our app. So all this you will find under a static folder here. Now, once we have this models created, which I was showing in the models.py, one important thing is what we have to do. We have to register in the admin. So these are the models which I have created and I have registered here in the admin. Fine. So once that is done, we need to go to settings. Now we have to make few changes in the settings. Whatever app we have installed, we need to put it in under installed underscore apps. The app which I created, easy blogging, is here, tiny MSC is here. So the setting.py comes under this project folder block. And then the template folder, which consists of all the HTML files which we created, comes under this major in this directory under templates. Now we have to handle the static files. For handling the static files, we have the static URL as such. We have the static file directories, which will join the static folder in the root directory. So that is this particular statement helps in that. Similarly, for the media root and the media URL, media root will have the media folder created in the root directory, which is your base directory. Fine. So once this is done, then how we need to send the emails to the user email ID. So for that, we have this settings. Like I mentioned at the very beginning, that this is not a detailed project demo. So you will find it in a separate video, which will be uploaded later. This is just an overview. So once this is done, one important thing is we need to create a admin page also. For that, you make use of this command, Python manage.py create super user. Once you do that, it asks for your username. You can give any username. I'm giving here admin 321. Give an email address or leave it blank. Give a password, whatever password you require. It asks for to give the password again. It will give such kind of warnings, but since it's just a demo purpose, we'll keep it yes. Once it is done, it will say super user created successfully. So once you have, now I'll go to my project. I'll go to manage. Now, once these models are created, completed, and every time your model page, especially this one, is being updated, it is very important that we migrate all this information to the database. So time and again, we should ensure that we migrate all in relevant data fields created in the models.py file. With the help of these two commands, make migrations. Migrate, then followed by migrate by python manage.py. It is showing everything is migrated. No migrations to apply because it's my existing project which I have developed. Then we have to do run server. Once you do run server, this is our local server. I'm showing it everything right now on my local server. You click on it. So this is what my application would look like. So I have this home page, I have login page, register page, I have a about page. So this is my about page. This is our feedback form. You have to get back your register date. Any registered user, once upon successful completion of the registration, will get the mail ID from my authentic mail email address on that they have been registered successfully on this app, so that they can make use of this registered date. They can make note of the registered date. They have to mention the registered date, their name. They can give a rating here. They can give the valuable comments here so that we can improvise on it. Now this is the home page. My home page looks like this. So I have added pagination. So this is the first page. So you can see these are the posts published by few of the registered users. This is the category. These are the inbuilt categories. So at first glance only a person can look at here and make use of any of the categories and try to create his post under these categories. Now they can register here. They have to fill in this registration form. They then can log in. Let me log in with my name. I have a forget password also. Now I have been logged in successfully. So you can now see that the tab has changed. Now I can see my name here coming. Every time a login user gets logged in, it will his name or her name will appear here. Then the post blog will appear here. The logout tab will also appear here. Now, if a person or anyone wants to search a particular post by its title, by its author, by its category, by its a few words of its contents, they can do so here in the search button. Okay. Now, if I go to post blog, this page comes up where I can create a new post or blog. So I have to give a title, I have to give a content, I have to choose an image. If I want to publish, I can, if I feel that yes, this is okay to publish now, it is final one, I can check the publish button. If it is unchecked, it will save as draft. We can go to edit page and check publish anytime if we want to publish it. Now you can make use of this inbuilt categories, or you can just type in to create your own category. So let me give a demo here. Um, my first app on blogging. Okay, this is my first app on blogging. Okay, using Django, Python. Fine. Now I can use any of the image. Let me use go here and go to project, go to blogging, go to blog, go to static, go to images. Let me use this one. Okay, I don't want to publish it now. I'll keep it unchecked. I have programming or blogging, so I'll use blogging. Otherwise, I do have option. See, it's written here. You can also type in to create your own category. I don't want to create any category now, so I'll use blogging and I'll post it. Now you will get a message, post has been submitted successfully. Now you can go to home page. Now you will see it has been posted successfully. Now if you want to view post, now you come here and you can see view post. You are allowed to like it. If you like it, you will get 1 like. Then automatically your dislike button gets activated. If you want to dislike, you can click on it. You want to comment very nice post, you can comment, submit it. So you will see 1 comment has come, very nice post by saying. Now I can reply. Any other user can reply on it. Logged in user, of course. Now, once you click on reply, yes, agreed. Nice one. Nice one. And submit. Now it will show you to come. Yeah, yes, agreed. Nice one. Now the thing is here, once you reply on this, the button gets hidden. You have to click again if you want to reply it. Okay. So this is and you can edit it. If you want to edit this one, you can make use of this edit tab. So you want to edit, you have to choose the file again. Otherwise it is incomplete. You want to publish it, not publish it, then edit it. You can see the content box. We have every functionality like a MS Word. So this is coming from your tiny MSC, so which is a rich text editor. You can make use of format. So font sizes you can change, fonts you can change, text color, background color, anything you want to edit, view, make it paragraph, make it justified, bold, italic, whatever you want to do, you can do so. Now, once you want it is done, you just click on edit. The post has been updated. You get a message like this. Okay. So those who have check the published button, it is coming as published. So in view post, you can see these are the information. You see it has been created at what time, it has been what is the status, who has posted it, what is the category, and everything. Okay. So this is you can even delete. If you want to delete a particular post, you can do so. So if you look at this post, it says the status is published, at what time it has been published also is mentioned here. Let me comment something here. Nice one. And post it. Okay, let me log out. And remember one thing, when you are in this side, this blog details, you will not able to directly log out from here. You have to always click on the home page or the username, on the username, and then log out. Okay, so that is handled with the help of your HTML error. The error handling has been done also. And if you log in by a different name, use username, then yeah, now you can view post. You are logged in, you can reply here. You can comment. Yes, good one. Okay, 2 comments. Okay, so you have 2 comments here. So you can comment something. Excellent, something like that. This is for a demo purpose, and submit it. Okay. Excellent. Bye. Okay. So even you can go back, log out, again log in. View post, want to delete it, can delete. So has been deleted successfully. So this is how the functional. You can always make use of the feedback form. So you want to go to the next page, you can do so. So this is the overall, this has been deployed. This particular app has also been deployed in Python anyway successfully. So if you go to Python anyway with this link, you will be able to register yourself. You can log in, create your post, update post, delete post. You can comment, reply, give us feedback, and yes. So these are very important features for creating a blog application. Yes, we will be keeping on improvising on this. So do let us know your comments. The deployed link will be available in the description box. The GitHub link will also be available in the description box. So please let us know your comments, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks everyone. Have a awesome life. Keep blogging, happy blogging, and keep blogging.